Today I want to discuss and show what many would consider sacrilege or forbidden in the world of serious photography. I am talking about using the camera in full automatic mode. Some call it the non-photographer's mode. The setting reserved for tourists and bystanders, the feature both professionals and beginners avoid, feeling that they are cheating, feeling that they are being a fraud. But what if instead of avoiding it, we embrace it? What if we allow the camera, an instrument designed by today's finest minds in engineering, to make its own choices? What would happen if, just for the sake of learning, we let go of control? There is an unspoken rule in photography that to be a real photographer, one must shoot in full manual mode, or at least one aspect in exposure triangle in manual. But does technical mastery define artistry? You see, there is a paradox at play here. While we admire the spontaneous, the accidental, the unplanned moments of beauty in life, we also insist that to be taken seriously, we must control every aspect of our craft. It is as if a painter were told that they must mix every color from scratch, that to use pre-made pigments is a sign of laziness. I find it strange that almost no one discusses full auto mode here on YouTube. It is like an elephant in the room. Does using it make you less of a photographer? Is it an admission of incompetence, that you still lack the skills? Or is using full automatic perhaps a kind of liberation? Let me ask you, what matters more, the technical perfection of a shot or the joy of capturing a moment? Is photography about control and doing things the right way, or it's about seeing and noticing? What is the right way anyway? And if there is a right way, must we truly know everything before we are allowed to create? Let's think about it for a second. So, I decided to do something simple. I would take my Fujifilm X100VI and shoot for an entire day using nothing but full auto. And to make it worse, I will try street photography for the first time. One might assume that full auto is incapable of handling the unpredictability of street photography. Moving subjects, shifting light, fleeting moments. Surely a machine cannot keep up with the complexity of human life in motion, right? Let's see, how did I do? I would love to hear your thoughts. Honestly, I had expected disaster, blurry images, incorrect exposures, technical failures. Instead, I found something surprising. The camera, when allowed to think for itself, often made choices that were imperfectly correct, or at least good enough. It complemented my thoughts, my expectations, and it gave different shades of surprise and wonder. Different shades of surprise and wonder. For those curious, here's the settings I use for full automatic mode: white balance, autofocus, single point, auto ISO, Minimum shutter speed 1/200th of a second, maximum ISO 6400, exposure compensation set at 0, metering mode, multi. But what about low light or at night? Surely this is where full auto would falter. Will the camera's decisions crumble into grainy, unfocused failure? Yet, here are the night shots I took. I know it's far from perfect, but then again, neither is life. And perhaps that is the point. Or am I just making an excuse for these crappy photos of mine? Do I care? A little bit, but not to the point of ruining my day. What I learned from this experience with full automatic shooting is not just about photography, it is about the nature of creativity itself. Here are 4 major lessons. 1. To be free from perfection is to be free to create. 2. It is better to have an imperfect picture than none at all. It is still a memory captured. 3. The joy of photography is not in mastering its technicalities, but in its ability to make us see and wonder. And lastly, 4. The camera's ability to take good pictures today has improved a lot, especially the X100VI, and it allows us to give focus on developing our senses, instincts or feelings, which are the main ingredients for making art. The Fujifilm X100VI is the perfect camera for someone like me, someone who does not wish to impress, but simply to observe. Someone who values the act of taking a photo over the act of proving that they know how to. No manual input, just trust. Trust in the camera's technology and trust in my instincts as a human being. I may not get it right 100% of the time, and it's fine. I am an amateur anyway. I do not mind if I remain forever an amateur, because to be an amateur means to love, or someone who does something for love. And as long as I love taking photos, I will continue to take them on full auto or otherwise. I know I have a lot to learn and improve on technical skills, but there will be time for that, and I am not in a rush to learn them. What do you think? Does using full auto make you less of a photographer or a better one? Have you tried it? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy conversations like this, please consider subscribing. Always remember, just take your shot and let's enjoy our time. Thanks for watching.